tracking in this game feels wonky anyway, because Bloom is so much. Yeah, I mean, Bloom has always been a part of Battlefield, like, you know, like, and that's just the facts. It's never been this strong. I will agree that it is on the strong side, but it has always been a part of Battlefield, right? It's more so people do have to realize that is Battlefield though. Like, it's not, this isn't far-fetched. I know for a lot of people it's weird, it's not new, because a lot of people just want to hold the trigger, and I get that. I understand it 100%. I hear you. I heard you, fam. But in reality, that has never been Battlefield. Battlefield has always had Bloom in it. This is why, like, holding the trigger has never been a good idea. So when people hold the trigger, I just be like, bro, you're using this wrong. Like, it's not a trigger holding thing. I hate to say it, but it's not. It's Battlefield. I don't know what to tell people. Like, that's Battlefield. Battlefield is not a trigger holding game. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to hold the trigger. Bullets will literally just go random all over the place. Is it strong? Yes, but and the reason why I'll be honest, the reason why it's an issue is because there are, like, SMGs, the Bloom is not that crazy. But the ARs, certain LMG, like certain ARs and certain LMGs, the Bloom is ridiculous. So it's like, there's no balance. There's a really bad balance, and that I will agree with you guys on. There's a really horrible balance with Bloom. It's a really horrible balance with it. If they can find a balance to it, we'll be fine. If they can find a balance to it. But I personally don't feel like they're gonna find a balance. I'm gonna be just straight out honest. I don't think they're gonna find a balance to it. So essentially, it's gonna be them just dumbing down Bloom, period, to allow shots to just hit. Because I just don't see the average person learning how to burst fire. I just don't. Learning how to have control over their weapon. I think people are just too far. Like, people are so into how they play shooters that their brain can't understand, like, tap firing. They can't understand that. That is a concept that is very out the box for a lot of people that play Battlefield. It's so far out the box. I just have to be honest. It is so far out the box for people that play Battlefield. So I just don't see it, bro. I don't see it. That's the game. You just gotta. That's just how the game is. It's always been like that. I'd rather it be the way that it is now, like a lot more realistic, like it's supposed to be. I hold left click on an LMG anyway. I need them suppressed challenges. I definitely switched the single shot mode a decent amount. Yeah, you should, and that's the thing. You should. But the average person, the people that play that play Call of Duty or, you know, any other shooter, they're looking at it like, tap fire? You want me to tap fire? Like, they're looking like it's just the most wildest question, like, thing to be asked. But in reality, that's how Battlefield is. What is the point in having, like, you know, the dumbest thing is that, you know, like games like COD. COD has a feature that nobody uses. What is the point in having a tap fire feature if nobody's gonna use it? Why? Because guns are more effective in Call of Duty when you just hold the trigger. Why would I tap fire in a game that holding the trigger clearly is the better result? I'm not gonna tap fire. That's the problem. Like, that's the biggest problem, is that a game like Battlefield, it prioritizes you to tap fire. It prioritizes you to burst fire. But these guys that are not used to that, I be tap firing from long range. I do too. I be tap firing with the LMG. I be and you destroy somebody in like 3 bullets. You can go tap, 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 dead. But when you hold the trigger, a lot of them bullets is missing, and you thinking, what? And I'd be like, bro, you're holding the trigger. Look at your precision. So here's a stat that people are unaware of. Here's a stat people are unaware of. So in Battlefield, there's a stat called precision. Okay. This stat right here, if this stat is at 20, that means your weapon will not be precise. So if you're firing from a specific range, those bullets are going to go in random areas because the gun is not high in precision. That is not recoil. Recoil is control. Your precision is dictating where your bullets are going. The more you fire, the more your bullets are gonna go all over the place, okay? The higher this is, the more you're gonna have hit scan. The lower this is, the more your bullets are gonna fly in random areas. That's how the game goes. If you're not paying attention to the stat and you make a gun, let's make a gun like this. Let's make a gun with like very low precision. Like for instance, this is a prime example of a weapon with really low precision. Everybody that uses M433 should understand that using the M433, it has low precision. Why does it have low precision? This gun is firing at an OD. Look, this gun fires extremely fast. Extremely fast. Even if I pull down, this gun still fires extremely fast. Right? So not every bullet is gonna hit. Not every bullet's gonna hit. If I tap, look, watch this. It's 4 bullets. Listen how many bullets come out. That was like 6. I shot like, wait, how many bullets did I shoot? Let me see. We are 17. I shot 10 bullets. That means it's only 4 bullets for the finish. It's only 4, but I shot 10. So that means 6 bullets missed. But if I tap fire, that's 5. That's 4, that's 2. That's 4. That's 5. So that if I'm shooting at more than 30 meters, 5 of those bullets are not gonna hit. That's Battlefield. But if you do this, you see how those bullets are hitting? Let's do burst fire, watch this. Every bullet hit. Every bullet hit. They actually drop faster when you burst fire. That's Battlefield. It's always been Battlefield. If you're holding the trigger, even if you have good control, it does not equate to the fact that you're gonna miss. Some of these bullets aren't gonna hit. But if you burst fire, you're gonna do more damage. You're gonna KO faster. It's how Battlefield has always been. So for the young players, even if you're older, you're still a young player. If you're coming into Battlefield expecting for every gun to have this hit scan to it, this game has never been like that. It's never been like that, and it'll never be like that. You have to come into agreement with that, and you have to be okay with it because it makes you a better player. When you finally understand how this works, now the way you look at gunfights, you're gonna realize there's a skill gap. It's not about just holding the trigger and recoil controlling. That person is holding the trigger. He's shooting 10 rounds at you. 5 of them are gonna miss. You shot 6 rounds, but you burst fired. All 6 of yours hit. You're gonna get the KO faster than they are. You might be weak a little bit, you might be half health, but they failed, you didn't, because your bullets hit, theirs didn't. There's a skill gap. You have to understand the skill gap. You have to understand the skill gap. Once you get the skill gap, you're gonna enjoy Battlefield way more. I promise you, you're gonna enjoy this game way more. Now, let's go to the other side. Let's go to the flip side. So this is the SCAR, correct? The SOR 556. The SOR 556 shoots slower. It shoots slower, so the bullets are not gonna go as wild, right? You see how, like, if I hold trigger, all those bullets gonna hit. This gun is meant to be like that. So the hit, you're not gonna have bloom issues with this weapon. You're not gonna have issues with this weapon. The gun is meant to shoot like this. Okay, that was bloom right there. You're not gonna have as much bloom problems, let's put it that way. That's all. That's it. It has more precision. So that means that the bloom is not gonna be as much of an issue for a weapon like this as it would be for the M433 that has a rate of fire at 568 compared to this one. I'm sorry. This one has a rate of fire of 830. This one has a rate of fire of 568. The bloom is clearly gonna be more here. It's firing so fast that bullets are kind of like going all over the place. That's how it is. The Scar is more of a medium long range weapon, so it won't have as much bloom. And when you burst fire this, you're gonna do a lot more damage. Let's just be honest. That's how Battlefield has always been. And a lot of these younger players are learning that. That's all. A lot of these younger players are learning that. If you want to deal with weapons that really don't have bloom, that use a carbine. This M4A1, my goodness, this thing is amazing. I'm saying when you put a good class setup, bro, every time I run into somebody with this thing, I'm gonna just show you why it's so amazing. Watch this. So I don't have nothing on this. I'm not. Do you see bruh? Do you see it? It's almost like for a weapon that should have crazy bloom, it doesn't have crazy bloom. I don't know why. It's shooting at a rate of 900. And this is why I said earlier, for some reason, some weapons don't have bloom at all, which should. This gun should, but it doesn't. I'm not sure why. And if you burst, I don't know. I'm not sure why. But this gun is amazing, chat. This gun is amazing. So there's weapons like these that's the exception. Well, for some reason, this weapon's bloom it's almost non-existent. And up close, you're not beating this M4A1. I don't care what SMG you pull out. This weapon shoots at 900 rate of fire. So the SGX can't keep up. And not only does it hit like crazy, the SGX is not stopping this gun. The MP5 is not stopping this gun. The only weapon I've seen that can kind of help if you get an advantage is the MP7. And even this weapon can't keep up. And I'm just being honest. Even this weapon still cannot, it's not stopping this M4A1. This M4A1 is literally the jack of all trades right now. It does everything. Does everything. That's just my TED Talk. Thanks for watching. You messing with the